James D. Buzzard, and the other day I was searching through YouTube looking for some kind of new RGB lighting. Now, I was looking for RGB lighting specifically to upgrade this home studio, this home YouTube studio, this editing space, but I also had some other requirements. I want them to be portable, and I want them to be able to easily use them on location, and if they connect to an app, that is a massive bonus, especially if they all connect together and I can control them independently as well as a group. So I was looking for a light that's, pretty versatile, and I didn't want to spend a ton of money. I didn't want to spend like over $100 per light. So I started looking on YouTube there's tons of different new lighting options out these days. So I really wanted to pick the best lighting option for my current kit and for the current lights that I already have. So immediately I was already looking at some Aputure lighting, some Aputure accent lighting, RGB lighting, and right away, I was thinking about the Aputure MC lights. So I started searching YouTube for different Aputure MC lights or different videos going over the Aputure MC lights, checking them out, how they work together, how they work in a group, stuff like that. And I randomly came across a content creator I've never seen before, Jord West. Now, Jord is a phenomenal filmmaker, content creator here on YouTube, and he's doing some really, really sweet things in this space. So if you guys haven't heard of him, go check out his content. But Jord was going over the Aputure B7Cs, and in this video was also a giveaway. So immediately I dropped down to the comment section down below, leave a little comment and say how I would actually use these Aputure B7C lights. Lo and behold, a couple days later, Jord contacts me and says, "Yo, James, you won the giveaway. Where can I send these lights to?" So I gave him my address, and they literally came to my house just a couple days later. And now I have an entire kit of Aputure B7Cs, the entire kit with the charging case and everything. So today I want to show you guys how I'm actually using these Aputure B7C lights here in the home studio and why these are such a massive upgrade over the old Sengled smart bulbs that I was using before. So first, let's get the specs out of the way of this Aputure B7C, but honestly, I really don't think that the specs matter too much on this light. As long as it has good color accuracy, good brightness, and a decent battery life, the fact that there's no other light on the market like this light bulb or like this practical light is another huge reason that the specs don't really necessarily matter. Just know that the specs are very good for this light. The color accuracy is great at 96 CRI or higher. The brightness is about 150 lux at 1 meter, which is very, very bright. And these lights last for well over an hour, depending on how bright you have it, and can last up to 6 hours. These lights have very good battery life, especially for how bright they are. And color accuracy is on point, and the brightness is right where you would expect, is actually more than you would expect a light of this size to be. So I'm very, very happy with the specs of this light. Now, comparing this light directly to the old bulbs that I was using, these are the Sengled smart bulbs. These are a super common light on Amazon, Best Buy, anywhere that you guys can buy smart light bulbs. These are a competitor to Philips Hue, but they are much, much, much cheaper. Now, with that being said, these lights are only $15 a piece as opposed to these, which are about $70 a piece. So there's definitely a massive price difference in these lights. However, these Sengled lights are very, very limited in the ways that you guys can use them for YouTube videos. In person, they look amazing, but once you guys are actually filming or using these on camera, the color accuracy of these lights is nowhere near where you guys need them to be for professional or even YouTube video work. And even I was seeing some very ugly looking backgrounds in some of my old videos with just how the background was rendering under these lights, with having that terrible CRI value, which I don't even know what the CRI value is of these lights, because they don't tell you when you buy them. The overall brightness, you had to leave them at 100%, otherwise you would get all this nasty flickering, and you obviously don't want flickering in your guys' videos coming from your lights, so that's a huge downside to using lights that aren't video centric lights or aren't video lights are the fact that you're going to be dealing with a lot of limitations such as flickering and color accuracy, or how they actually render skin tones and how they render colors on camera. So these lights got me by for quite a bit of time, but I was definitely dealing with some things that I really didn't want to deal with these light bulbs. So I'm really happy that I got these B7C kit, because it's really a massive upgrade from your typical smart bulbs. So now that we've gone over the Aputure B7Cs and we talked about some of the negatives of your typical smart bulbs that you guys might want to use in your YouTube home studio, let's actually talk about how I'm using the Aputure B7Cs here in my home office. So I have all of these Aputure B7Cs, or 4 of the Aputure B7Cs, in this home studio. 3 are up top that are actually setting the ambient light on our backdrop, and then I have 1 more in this desk lamp right behind me off to my right shoulder, and I have everything controlled through the Sidus Link app. This is super convenient, because I can literally just come look up top at my monitor, and I can, come over here to my background. I can turn all my background lights down and get even more of a moodier look. I could really come over here to my key light, which is also a little hint at what the key light is in a future video coming up, but we can really set the overall brightness of this key light. I typically have it at about 75% with an ND filter on our lens. That way we can get our background even darker, and I typically have our background at about 35 to 50%, depending on what kind of mood I want to really set here. So if I want that really dark and moody look, I might set it at around 35%. But if I'm looking for a little bit brighter of a background, a little bit more of that ambient color, I'll put it closer to around 50%. And then I will have my desk lamp typically at around 100%. So now with this whole entire new light setup, we have our key light, which is our key light right here. We have our backlight, or our rim light, which is giving us this awesome rim around us. And then we have all of our backlights, which our backlights are setting that overall vibe here in the background, giving us that awesome blue and red. And we also have our desk lamp right here. So overall, this is, our entire lighting setup as of now, and it's extremely easy to use using this app. And I also have it connected to Google Assistant using some smart plugs. That way, when I first come into the studio, I can just quickly turn on the lights using my Google Assistant. So overall, this is an awesome kit so far. I've definitely got some more playing around to do with this B7C kit. I haven't used them for any paid shoots yet, but I have used them a ton here in the home office and over at my studio so far, just messing around and playing with them, and I'm really liking the versatility of them. I love the fact that they're RGB. You can do a ton of cool creative stuff like that, and you can control them right here with the Sidus Link app, so I'm not going over to each individual light fixture trying to adjust brightness or adjust the color or the hue or whatever I'm trying to do, or change, red magenta or green magenta tints, and it gets to be so much work just getting your lights dialed in. But with this Sidus Link app, it is super quick, super easy, and you can really get everything dialed in while you're just right there behind your camera looking at the monitor, and it's super nice and very convenient. So really, in today's video, I really just wanted to give you guys my first impressions of these lights, but if you guys want an answer on whether I think you guys should get these lights or not, I 100% think that you guys should get these lights. If you guys are looking even at something like the Aputure MCs, or maybe your favorite tube lights, or whatever the case may be, I would highly consider getting these lights first, and here is why. One, because they screw into your typical average light fixtures. I can't tell you how many times I've been on location for an interview and I need to deal with just a lamp in the background that looks good, but maybe I can't turn up or down the brightness, or maybe I can't adjust the color temperature to match other lights in the room. So you end up just needing to turn that light off completely. This is going to allow you guys to really do some really cool stuff on location, put practicals in the background so that, you know, you can add a lot more depth to your shots. You guys can use them in YouTube situations like this to really, you know, up the quality of your guys' video. I can tell you guys that having good lighting is going to make a massive difference in the quality of your videos, way more than buying a new camera body or anything like that. So, you know, definitely invest in your guys' lighting. That is probably my pro tip for today. If I could do everything over as far as the gear that I bought and when I bought the gear, the first thing I would have bought is lighting over camera bodies, lenses, all that kind of stuff, because you have to have good lighting no matter what camera body and no matter what lens you guys are shooting on. You gotta have good, professional, quality, accurate, bright lighting. Now, what I really want to know from you guys in today's video is it worth it to upgrade $70 per bulb to achieve this look, or did you guys like the old look that we were getting in the old videos? Some of those lights we were using different key lights and stuff like that, but we always had the exact same backlights with those Sengled smart bulbs. So let me know in the comments down below if you guys liked this look better or if you guys liked the old look better. If you guys got something from this video has sparked an entire new series here on this channel where we're going to be talking about upgrading your lighting for your guys' YouTube videos. We're going to be talking about key lights, we're going to be talking about rim lighting, and we're going to be talking about ambient lighting, and we're also going to be talking about practical lighting. So I've been planning these videos over the past couple weeks now that I've been getting a ton of new Aputure gear, including soft boxes, different light fixtures, this Aputure B7C kit. So I've been having an absolute field day with all of this new Aputure gear, testing it out, trying it out. So if this is your kind of thing, lighting, getting better lighting for your guys' videos, both YouTube and commercial work, then definitely follow along with this channel, because I'm going to be giving you guys all of my tips and tricks when it comes to lighting, both key lighting, rim lighting, and ambient lighting, and a little bit of cinematic lighting for things like promotional videos, interviews, and stuff like that. So if you guys want to see more videos like that, one, smash that like button and definitely subscribe so that you guys can get notified when I drop a video here in the future, so that you guys can be one of the first to check that out. But anyways, that is all I have for today's video. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.